Today, I want to take you on a journey through all of the side hustles I have tried, what worked and what didn't, and which ones I absolutely love. And if you're looking for a way to make some extra cash or maybe even replace your 9-to-5, this video is for you. And trust me, there's something here for everyone. So let's dive in. So the very first side hustle I ever tried was making handmade crafts, and I honestly loved it. I got to be creative, I made things that people truly appreciated, and it felt amazing to sell something I made with my own two hands. People loved my products because they didn't have the time or the skills to make them themselves. And what we often forget is that when we naturally are good at something, we assume everyone is good at it too, but that's just not the case. If you have a creative bone in your body and want to express it, I highly recommend getting started. Try selling on Etsy and see if you can start to do a little bit more of what you love and make money doing it. Now, what I learned from it was that it was easy to get burnt out. Could I have done things a little bit differently so that didn't happen? Probably. But I really wanted to find other streams of income where I could still make money but not have to do so much work. So that's where all the rest of these side hustles come in. The next side hustle I decided to take up was blogging. Now, I know people say vlogging is dead, but let me tell you, it is not. In fact, I still make money from things I wrote nearly 10 years ago. So don't underestimate a blog. I know it was kind of in the age of Pinterest in the 2010s, but it is absolutely still a thing. If you enjoy writing and are willing to put in the time, blogging can be an incredible long-term income stream. Plus, there's no need to show your face like I'm doing here. And I know that can be a big plus for a lot of people who aren't quite ready to show their face on camera. Blogging is a side hustle I still love to this day, and I still do. And if writing is something that you absolutely love to do too, and it comes naturally to you, this could be a great fit for you. The side hustle that changed everything for me was taking what I was selling on Etsy as handmade products and turning them into printables. This was a total game changer because, like I said, I was getting burnt out from creating those one-off handmade items. And more often than not, other sellers would make the same item at a drastically lower price, and it basically made it impossible for me to be competitive. But that all changes with printables because just like blogging, you create something one time and you can sell it over and over again. You can make your price as low as you want and you don't feel resentful to your customers because you aren't slaving away making it. By adding printables as another stream of income, I got to be creative. I got to help people with their special events and actually make good money doing it without the burnout. This side hustle has made me the second highest amount of money on the list, and I highly recommend it if you want something that has real passive income potential. Podcasting is another side hustle that I have done that I really enjoyed. It's a great way to build an audience, especially if you love to talk. And the best part is you don't need to look camera ready. For me, podcasting was more about building my audience rather than direct income. But I do believe if I had structured it differently, I could have made great money from it. So if you love to share your thoughts in a longer format, this could be a great side hustle for you. One of the things that people think about podcasts is that it's difficult to set up. But let me tell you, if I can do it, so can you. I think if you have something to say and a unique personality, which of course you do because we're all very different, podcasting can be a great side hustle for you. Next up is print on demand. This is another thing that I have tried. And for those of you who don't know, print on demand means creating designs and then using a print company to print your designs on physical products like hats or t-shirts or mugs, etc. It's another great way to use your creative skills to make passive income because, like printables, you only have to make the design one time and then the printing company handles all the orders moving forward. The cons are not so much that so many other people are doing it, although it does feel like that in a sense. It feels like your designs can be much more easily ripped off and sold by someone else than with printables. While I don't fully subscribe to competition as a reason you don't try something, that fact does bother me sometimes. However, I have been somewhat successful at this side hustle at print on demand, and I plan to continue trying it because it's fun and creative. And I'd love to know if you are interested in trying print on demand as well. I've also tried freelancing on Upwork. Now, what's great about this is it's not just one thing, it's so many things. People post about the jobs that they need help with, and then you get to pick and choose which ones you want to interview for, essentially. It can be a really great way for you to figure out what kinds of things you want to do more of, right? If you're sitting on all of these ideas and you're not sure, go to Upwork and see what jobs people are putting out, whether it's writing, design, project management, admin work, coaching. All of these are available on there, and there's something for you to make money. The hardest part of this is getting started. Upwork really works on a rating system. So in the beginning, it's tough to land jobs without the reviews that people have given you from your jobs. It's kind of a catch-22. You need experience to get hired, but you need to get hired to gain experience. But if you're persistent and apply strategically, you can break in. And once you get some experience, the jobs start coming more easily. So I really encourage you to go and check out the open jobs today. And don't just check once. If you don't see something you don't like today, tomorrow is another day, and there's a whole new group of people posting new things. I think this is a great thing to start with because it helps you start to realize, okay, what niche do I want to get into to start making money? Once you find that on Upwork, you can start to kind of expand it in other areas. So I think this is a great side hustle to try. Next up is YouTube, where you're watching right now. But does it actually make me money? You probably wonder that. Well, actually, yes. To be honest, YouTube is probably one of the top ways I make money every single month in my business, if you can believe it. But I'm going to tell you a little secret. It's not because my channel is monetized, or at least it's not right at the time that I'm recording this video. The ad you saw before or after this video does not pay me money. Not yet, anyway. So how do I make money? The same way I make money from my blog. Not from ads, but from affiliate marketing. Meaning I talk about products I like and someone buys them and I get a cut. Here's the pros of starting a side hustle on YouTube. First, it's great if you enjoy creating video content. If you enjoy scripting and editing and creating thumbnails and all the other things that go along with it. But the truth about this side hustle, and honestly all the rest I've talked about so far, is that you have to be willing to stick with it to see long-term results. Additionally, it can be hard to be consistent on this platform. First, you have to script it, and then you have to record it, and then you have to edit it. And that means you have to look good, which truthfully is very difficult for me these days. I literally showered just to shoot this video today. But then again, some people don't shower on their videos and they have way more subscribers than I do. So it's really just a matter of how you go about doing it. I love the idea of trying a YouTube channel. I mean, if your heart is calling you to do it, I say do it. And not to mention all the things I mentioned about YouTube earlier, those are all things you can hire someone to help you with. So if you don't like doing scripting or thumbnails or any of those things, don't let it hinder you. You can always make one of these side hustles work for you. The 8th side hustle I tried is coaching courses and memberships. This is by far the biggest labor of love that I have tried. And maybe because of that, it's my favorite. Being able to teach something that you have mastered or just a few steps ahead of someone else is extremely fulfilling. But more than that, I get to meet the most amazing people. From my students who I end up building amazing relationships with, to the experts I get to be around, and other coaches and mentors. It's probably the most rewarding and fulfilling thing I have ever done. And once again, this isn't just a one and done type of side hustle. It takes a lot of time, dedication, and strategic thinking to make it work. But if you've ever thought about coaching or mentoring, I would say absolutely give it a try. It might seem a little bit scary, but it's absolutely worth it. So what's the biggest lesson I want you to take away from all of these side hustles that I've tried? It's all about starting. I can't tell you how many women I talk to who are thinking about starting some of these side hustles, and they've been thinking on it for quite a while, maybe even years, but they still haven't taken the steps to actually start. And that's because a lot of times we are so nervous about what could happen, what could go wrong, or what if it doesn't work for me. But the truth is that you will never know until you give it a try. One of the things I have learned is that something always leads to something, meaning I would have never started Printables if I didn't start selling handmade items on Etsy first. And I could have never became a coach for creative business owners if I hadn't started a creative business to begin with. Your first side hustle might not be the thing that catapults your bank account, but it might be the idea that you get from that first side hustle that takes you into the next thing that is going to change your life. I want you to tell me in the comments, what side hustles are you thinking about starting? I'd love to hear, and maybe I'll even try it and report back to you. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll make another video for you soon that will help you use your creative skills to make more money. I'll see you soon.